Hello friends, today's video is about if function, how to use a single if formula, how to use a nested if, that means an if formula inside an if formula, and how to combine this conditional formula with logical function such as AND or OR functions. And also I will discuss about sort and filter options and how to freeze columns and rows, and I also give a quick overview of conditional formatting. In the previous video I have discussed about Excel layout in detail, all the basic tools used in Excel, how to input data in Excel spreadsheet. Also I have discussed about auto sum and auto average formula and many other things. So if you are a beginner, I would suggest if you watch my previous video, it would be easier for you to understand this video today. Alright, before we go to if function, let's look at the sort and filter options. Here under home tab we can find sort and filter options here, or under data tab we can find sort and filter options here. In our result sheet, if we want to sort our data in alphabetical order, let's say we want to bring the students on top whose name starts with A, then select a cell here and go here and click sort A to Z. Then we see our data is sorted in alphabetical order. All the students start with A, comes first, then B, then C, and if we click here, the data will be sorted in reverse way. There are many other options of data sorting in Excel. You can refer to a video in my channel in which I have described how to sort data in column wise, cell color wise, value wise in detail. Okay, and now undo this and let's see how to use filter. Okay, in our data we have a heading here. We select this heading and click on filter. We will get drop down menu in every column. In our name column we click on this drop down menu and deselect all and click Amir Khan and Bill Clinton and click OK. So we will get these two students data only. Okay, and click again and select all, click OK. We will get back all the data again. Likewise, in our math column, if we click on this drop down menu and deselect all and go here and click on 90, click OK. So those students get 90 marks in math, we get those students data only. Okay, to get out of this filter, click here again. And now we will see how to freeze rows and columns. As we can see, our data is quite big and we may need more rows at the bottom or more columns at the right. But in that case, if we scroll down, our heading is not visible anymore. So it is quite difficult to remember the name of the column. Okay, in that case, if we select this row and go to view and go here freeze panes, and if we select this, you can see if we scroll down now our headings is still visible. Okay, or we can go here and if we click freeze first column and scroll rightward, we can see our name still visible. Okay, and to unfreeze the panes we can go there and click unfreeze panes. Okay, now let's talk about our main topic, if formula. This is our result sheet and these are the subject wise numbers that our students have obtained, and in this column I have totaled their number. I have used auto sum formula to total their number, and here I have used average formula. And now in this cell we will decide the result pass or fail. As we can see, our pass mark is 240. So if a student gets 240 or more than 240, he will pass, otherwise he will fail. So we will use conditional formula if. Okay, so write equal sign if, then press tab from keyboard, and we can see logical test. This is our first argument. Our logical cell value is this one. So we click here, and now if this cell value is greater than 240, so we write the greater than sign and 240 from the keyboard. We can take the cell reference from here, but for the time being we will use keyboard. Okay, now our logical test means if our logical cell value is more than 240, that means 241 and above. But since our pass mark is 240, we have to write here either greater than 240 or equal to 240. Okay, so we put a comma here, and now our second argument, value if true. That means if our logical test value is true, then we want our student to get pass. So within quotation mark, write P for pass, quotation mark, and put comma here. And now the third argument, if false, so within quotation mark we write F for failed. Okay, now we close our bracket and press enter, and our student get the pass. Let's go back to the formula again, and we see we typed 240 from the keyboard, but instead of typing from the keyboard, we can take the cell reference from here. So delete 240 and take cell reference from here. Just click. We have to remember that whenever we take cell reference, we have to fix this cell reference by pressing F4 from the keyboard. And if we don't fix the cell reference here, let's see what will happen. Just press enter and we get the pass mark. And if we copy and paste to other cell, we will see all results are coming pass. That means here our result is 194 and our pass mark is 240, but still we are getting pass here because let's see here our cell reference is this cell, okay, and this one our cell reference is this one, and this one our cell reference is this one. So if we don't fix the cell reference, our cell reference will come down automatically. So let's go and fix the cell reference, delete these two and go here. You see our cell reference here. Just press F4 from the keyboard and we fix the cell reference, okay, and press enter. Now copy and drag all the way down here and we'll get the exact result, okay. If we check the formula again, go here and we can see our cell reference is here, and if we go down and we see in this cell our cell reference is here, or we can come here and check our cell reference is still there. That means if we fix our cell reference by pressing F4 from keyboard, our cell reference always will remain in the same place, okay. And now we will see how to do grading. Here we will use if function inside if functions, and also we will see how to use and or functions inside if functions. Here I have made a table beforehand. If a student gets 240 to 299, his grading will be A minus, and if a student gets 300 to 359, his grading will be A plus, and if a student gets 360 or above, he will get distinction. Okay, now let's insert the formula. Equal sign if, press tab from the keyboard, and we have to write here AND function because we have two conditions here. One is the student have to get 240 or more than 240, and another one is the student will get less than 300. So we will write here AND function and press tab from the keyboard, and our logical test value cell is this one. Okay, we click here, and if it is greater than 240, so greater than sign or equal to 240, equal sign, and we take the cell reference from here and we press F4 from the keyboard to fix the cell, and we press comma, and now if our logical cell value, click here, is less than 300, we take the cell reference from here and from keyboard we press F4 to fix the cell reference, and we close the bracket, comma, and this argument value if true. If it is true, then we will get A minus. So take the cell reference from here and press F4 from the keyboard, then comma, and now this argument if false. If false, the student will fail. So within quotation mark, write F for fail and close the bracket. Now press enter. So we get the grading here A minus. And now we have to add A plus and distinction in our formula. To do so, we have to insert if formula inside the if formula. So let's go back to our formula. click here, and in the formula bar right before the false value, click here and insert if, then press tab from the keyboard and press tab from the keyboard. Here our logical cell value, click here. If it is greater than or equal to 300, take this cell reference, press F4 from the keyboard, comma, and if our logical cell value, if it is less than 360, take this cell reference, press F4 from the keyboard, close the bracket, comma, the result will be A plus. Take this cell reference. Remember, when we take cell reference, we don't need to put quotation mark here. Okay. Now press F4 from the keyboard, comma, and now we have to insert if formula again because we need to add distinction grading here. Okay, so insert if, tab from the keyboard, and here we don't need to add AND function because we have only one condition here. Okay, so our logical cell value, if it is greater than or equal to 360, take this cell reference, press F4 from the keyboard, comma, the result will be distinction. So take this cell reference and press F4 from the keyboard, and now comma, and this is our false value. If it is false, our student will fail. So we already have that F. So now end of the formula, we have to close the bracket. So we have to count how many ifs we have in our formula. 1 if, 2 if, and 3 ifs. So we have to close the bracket 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. If we press enter now, we will get all the gradings in our formula. So if we double click here or click and drag all the way down, we will get our gradings in the column. And now let's go to see conditional formatting. Under home tab, we can find conditional formatting here. Okay, if we select any column here and go to conditional formatting, here we have some options. If we come here and hover on this, we can see green, yellow, red color scale, and this one is red, yellow, green color scale. If we select this one, that means our highest marks will get green color cell, and then gradually it comes down, and the lowest marks will get the red color cell. Okay, and if we undo this and if we select another column here and go to conditional formatting and new rule, if we come here and select format only cells that contains, here we select specific text containing, if we write F and format, under fill menu, if we select red and press OK here, and all the cells that contains F become red. For other options, you can try it for yourself. And with this, I'm going to end this video today. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I upload videos to my channel very often. And once again, thank you for watching.